Tonight we report on the arrest of an Ephrata man for the murder of Lucille Moore and the death of a young volleyball coach. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Big Ben women's basketball readies for the season opener. Moses Lake girls bowling picks up a league win over Eisenhower. Let's take a glance at our Weather Center forecast.
And coming up in just a bit, a look at our big holiday forecast. In fact, it's looking very nice, mild temperatures. Details coming on up.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Chad Bennett was arrested for the murder of Lucille Moore on Tuesday afternoon. The 25-year-old Ephrata man was booked into the Grant County Jail on a warrant for murder in the first degree. He is accused of murdering 82-year-old Ephrata resident Moore in her home with a sharp weapon. Her body was found on September 8th. Bennett had previous convictions in Grant County for possession of stolen property, theft, and 3 counts of driving while his license was suspended. In Cowlitz County, he was convicted of harassment twice. No further details were released by the Ephrata police. The Moses Lake Food Bank opened an hour and a half early to provide food and saw a 37% increase of families using the service. Reporter Jeff Chu was on hand and has the details.
Needy families and individuals lined up Monday along Marina Drive in Moses Lake to receive a Thanksgiving dinner from the Moses Lake Food Bank. About 30 volunteers of all ages helped pack cars with turkeys, potatoes, and all the trimmings for a full Thanksgiving meal. Although food bank volunteers did not intend to open until noon Monday, so many cars crowded Marina Drive that they decided to open at 10:30 a.m. to get traffic moving. Penny Archer, food bank manager, said at least 600 families are expected to receive the dinners through Wednesday. Archer said there's been a 37% increase of use of the food bank since the onset of the recession in 2008. Children and seniors comprise 60% of those receiving the food bank's Thanksgiving meals. Many of the families are working poor. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
Steve Duncan was 25 years old and the coach for the Big Bend Community College Vikings volleyball team when he died. His death became known to the college Tuesday morning, and they held an assembly in the afternoon, offering counseling services to the students. Duncan was found dead in his home. The Grant County Sheriff's Office told the college there were no signs of foul play. The cause of his death remains under investigation. Duncan is a graduate of Central Washington University with a bachelor's in physical education and school health. He helped coach volleyball at Eisenhower and West Valley High Schools and Yakima Valley Community College. In 2012, he helped the Wildcats to their first NCAA tournament berth in 6 years. The Soap Lake City Council is considering raising the city tax on utilities due to a shortfall of about $85,000. The council is reviewing an 18% tax on water, sewer, and garbage pickup services. The tax is currently 15%. Finance Director Karen Dillon said once council members decide to initiate a tax increase, the proposal would be brought back in an ordinance for final council approval. If approved, the tax increase would offset the revenue shortfall. Only 4 of 7 council members were present at the November 19th meeting. Councilwoman Joanne Rushton moved to pass the utility tax, but her motion failed. Council members John Glasgow and Robert Brown said they were reluctant to support the tax until they knew the extent of the city's financial needs. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.